what we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be...
Alright, let's talk about something that might surprise a lot of you. MrBeast, the king of YouTube challenges, isn't as real as you might think. I know it's shocking, but hear me out. When you see those crazy high-stakes videos, where contestants are pushed to the edge, it's all meticulously crafted. MrBeast is spending millions on these videos, so there's no way he's going to let someone quit 2 minutes in, or have the challenge end prematurely. Everything is manipulated from the events to the contestants to keep you glued to the screen, making sure it's always neck and neck until the very last moment.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, it's not your only way out, you can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy. This whole room is fake. This contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast. They had him dive through this fake door twice. This line is scripted. This action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
And that's the key, keeping you hooked all the way up till the end for that sweet viewer retention. But the most shocking part of all this, it has to be the story of this guy named Mac. If you've watched a few of MrBeast's videos, you probably remember him. He's portrayed as this underdog, this random guy just trying so hard to win these challenges. The whole audience gets emotionally invested in his journey, rooting for him to pull off an amazing comeback. But here's the kicker: Mac isn't just some regular contestant. In reality, he's a MrBeast employee, living comfortably in a mansion, and he's purposely dragging out the challenges to make them feel more intense and suspenseful than they actually are. The most shocking revelation here has to be about this guy named Mac. You see, Mac is portrayed as just an average contestant, trying his hardest to win those impossible MrBeast challenges. Everyone watching gets drawn in, rooting for him as if he's the ultimate underdog. But here's the truth: Mac isn't some random participant at all. In reality, he's one of MrBeast's own employees, living in a mansion, and deliberately stretching out the competition to make everything seem more intense and dramatic than it really is.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into a $1 million mansion. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Mac, this is a nice car.
Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's cut the shit here. What have you been doing for like the last year?
A lot of family stuff.
What kind of family stuff?
Just like, playing catch with my dad,
For a year? How do you make money?
So it's pretty much confirmed that Mac is an employee, right? This means whether he wins or loses in a challenge is all pre-planned by MrBeast. MrBeast is basically scripting these high-stakes moments in his videos. And sure, you might argue, well, he's doing it to entertain people, so who cares? But here's the problem: if you're going to claim your videos are real, then faking them is straight up lying to your audience. This opens up a whole can of ethical issues. When you bring in contestants who aren't in on the scheme, like random people or YouTubers who actually believe they have a shot at winning $1 million, they're being deceived. They enter thinking they have a real chance, but the reality is that everything is controlled behind the scenes. The odds are stacked in favor of one of MrBeast's friends or employees, which is undeniably messed up. And to top it off, Dogpack shows how even MrBeast's own personal challenges, like being stranded at sea, are faked.
During this time-lapse on the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night, completely soaked...
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
In this video, this wink was added in post. In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him. This whole revenge storyline was added in post. Multiple shots show how timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in... In general, if anything happens last second, it's fake, or if you can hear someone's voice but can't see the...
So this is pretty solid evidence, and honestly, I'm okay with using CGI for visuals, I get that. But making people say things they never actually said, that's where it crosses the line into being completely fake. Editing timers? Sure, if it's a TV show or something, that's understandable. But if you're going to claim it's all real, then you can't fake those parts, especially your own challenges. I mean, when MrBeast would claim he spent 24 or 72 hours buried underground, I held out some hope, thinking, okay, maybe those are real. He was so insistent that they were. But deep down, I had my doubts. I mean, the guy's a CEO, hyper-optimized, always on the go. How is he spending 3 days buried underground? Turns out my gut was right. These challenges aren't real. He's probably just filming a segment and then getting out, chilling outside, while the viewers are led to believe something entirely different. What surprises me is how everyone went along with it, his friends, employees, all of them. I think not one person spoke up. Maybe they're under NDAs or something, but it's shocking it took this long for someone close to him, like a former employee, to expose him. This could very well be the beginning of the downfall of MrBeast.
I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Alright, so basically everything here is just a setup. The problem is, this isn't just some harmless trick, this stuff is borderline illegal. Think about it, what if I'm one of the contestants who wasn't bought and paid for, right? Out of 100 people, you'd think at least one of them has to be a real person, not just friends or family. So imagine me, taking time off work, spending 3 days trying to win some money. I get eliminated, and I'm like, dang, I didn't win. But then I watched the video later and realized that 90% of the contestants were just his friends, girlfriend, or whoever, and they were going to win from the start. That's some shady behavior, essentially scamming the legit people who came there hoping to win. I've got to admit, I was wrong before. You guys remember Rosanna Pansino? She's that YouTuber who called out MrBeast on Twitter for faking his hide and seek challenge. She said she was supposed to place second or something, but people brushed her off saying, who cares? Why be petty? I even criticized her myself. But after looking into it more, she was right. If she genuinely believed she could win some money and then found out the whole thing was rigged. That's not fair. Apparently someone even broke the rules of the challenge and wasn't called out for it, but she was eliminated instead. I've defended MrBeast a lot in the past, especially against people criticizing his charity work, but the evidence against him now is just overwhelming. Jimmy's got some seriously shady stuff going on. So, Rosanna, I'm sorry. You were right. And moving on to his real-time video, I knew right away it was fake. I was texting people like, there's no way this is legit.
This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real-time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water. And assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they could sort of decide on the fly how many in general to make the results close. And in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
By the way, there are some leaks going around allegedly. MrBeast was part of a Discord where Kris Tyson was sharing some pretty inappropriate stuff with minors. Yeah, that's really interesting, Jimmy. We'll dive into that in the next video. But for now, Dogpack has left us with this last ominous sneak peek.